O Nanna Chetana, Aguni Aniketana. O consciousness of mine, be unbound, be free of any address and a home. When I have traveled around the world and I come back here with a consciousness that was free, moving from one home to another, one place to another, I still feel very happy, even though the whole world belongs to me and I belong to the world, to come back to the lap of Bharat Mata and to be in the best place on this planet Earth, which is Sathya Sai Grama. It is truly joyful. And Sathya Sai Grama is not the best place because of the climate, which of course is quite hot this time, or because of the scenic beauty, or because of all the facilities and amenities, or because of all the service activities. But the Sathya Sai Grama is the best place because of the best people who live here. Pure hearted, simple hearted, dedicated, devoted residents of this ashram who have committed themselves to a life of spirituality and service. That makes this place the best place. Because nowhere in the world I have seen these many people so very committed and dedicated to this path of selflessness and spiritual service to everybody. So yes, I am back and I am happy that I am back. And yes, I am going to stay for 100 days continuously starting August. I'm still going to go in and out till then. But starting August all the way till November, I'll be staying here. And all these people from various countries, this time they are going to be here to celebrate those festivals throughout the 100 days. Each day is dedicated to a country. So they all will come and present their culture, their service activities, and inspirational stories, as well as some exemplary people of those countries will be honored and recognized here to celebrate this great global family of one world, one family. This is how this mission is growing. It's not growing because of the buildings that are growing. It's growing because of the people that are growing in this mission. So when I go around the world, I tell them about how good people are here, how dedicated they are, how hard they work every day to make somebody's life better, not for their own sake. And because of so much of positivity and that purity which is here in this place, miracles are happening every day. When we sit here, we don't realize sometimes the value or magnitude of the entire thing. But when I go out and I look at Mudenhalli from outside, through the eyes of those people who are watching it from outside, sometimes I get overwhelmed. How is all this happening? I myself have to pinch myself once to realize that all this is for real. This is not a dream. So this is the beauty of this mission and the feeling that we are all a part of the same family. Not just here, but all around the world. Everywhere I went, people were all full of that same joy. It was many Mudenhallis everywhere. Whether it was Australia or Fiji or Americas or Europe, Africa, everywhere I felt there is this energy, this positivity, this purity that is here in Mudenhalli is now spreading to all these places. And every one of them has received us with so much of love, so much of care. They looked after the entire entourage very well. And it's long time and many time zones, and you can understand all that. Those who travel globally, they know that things change with every country. But they took such great care. And I think you all have to be really thankful to all the devotees around the world who took such good care that I never fell sick. I never had any issue. None of us had. We all came back healthy. Just a bit tired or jet lagged, but then we came back extremely healthy and happy. That's the kind of love and concern the devotees everywhere around the world have. This is the beauty of this one world, one family. When I'm saying Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, it's not merely a statement, it is actually being practiced everywhere around the world. It is growing in its size. Every day there are more people coming and joining this mission. They are becoming a part of it. They are spreading the same message to so many more people. And this is the only hope for the world. There is no other. I've seen the richest countries in this trip, very wealthy, and I've seen the poorest, where they can't even afford one meal to a child in a day. I've seen the best of the infrastructure from Stanford to in the US or in Italy, in Padua, or in Singapore. I've seen the best of the healthcare facilities. And we learnt a lot from each of the place. And also have seen the worst of the healthcare access in Africa, in so many other smaller countries where people cannot afford it. I've seen, name it, the Middle Eastern, the rich restaurants and hotels and tall towers in which people live such luxurious lives. And I've also seen at the same time people who have no roof, no clothes, no food, no medicine on the other side of the world. I've seen such a huge gap between the haves and the have nots. I've seen such humongous social polarization. And that makes me feel that we are not doing enough. We have so much more to do. Because the more people we save, we realize there are so many more who need to be saved. So our work becomes unending. Somebody asked me in one of those several meetings, what motivates you and your team to keep doing this work day after day? It's difficult. I said, when we save somebody, we just realize how many more are yet to be saved. When we help a few, we realize how many more are still waiting for help. When we bring some people to this side, we realize how many more are left behind on the other side. And that makes us do more, that motivates us every day. This suffering that is there in the whole world, that makes us work every day for their sake. But there is only so much we can do. But if we join hands together, we can do so much more for everyone. So this trip has been extremely transformative for me and for the people around. Because at one go, we haven't seen all these variety of cultures and the disparities in the countries and the kind of human suffering that people are still undergoing in 21st century. That is unimaginable, that is unbelievable that it still exists. And that is something that we are always working towards because it's our family. A child in Africa who has not eaten today is a member of our family. A child in Fiji who is waiting for a surgery is a member of our family. Or somebody who does not have a roof over his head in Mississippi is our family member. Or somebody who in Far East is still dealing with the trauma of the war and crime is our member of our family. But amongst all this, there is only one ray of hope. Amongst all the chaos that permeates the countries of the world, there is only one hope, one positive thought. And this thought that we are still a family. Good, bad, ugly, we are still a family and we ought to look after each other. And this is the message that I kept on telling in every forum, every place, in every meeting. I was repeating and repeating and repeating the same thing because we're meeting new people. And everybody resonated and responded so well to this idea. Because there is no God in this idea, no religion, no nationality, no geography, no borders and boundaries, no trade tariffs and ceasefires, nothing. It's just a simple, pure idea that when we all belong to one family, we ought to look after each other. We must be kind to each other. We must be helpful to each other. So this tour, which most of the people call as One World, One Family tour, truly brought forth this idea that we are a family and we have to look after each other. So this is the mission and this is growing leaps and bounds. Sometimes, as I said, even I cannot imagine. When we came here, it was like Vaman Avatar, small little dwarf came with small idea and small work. And today it has grown like Trivikrama, covering the earth and the sky. Everywhere around the world, people are responding so well. Whether they're educated people who are like statesmen, like the president of Fiji, or the uneducated aboriginals of Australia or New Zealand, everybody responds to this message in the same way. Because they all feel so accepted, they all feel cared for, they all feel that they belong. That is extremely important. Even if we cannot give them material comforts, at least this idea is very soothing, is very healing, is very comforting that there is someone who still thinks of them, who cares for them. That itself is very redeeming. So this is the idea that is spreading around the world. I don't feel that I have gone to another country or another place. They are all rooms in the same house. But of course, the most beautiful room is India, which is the living room, well decorated with its spirituality and its history and culture. But all are just rooms. Bhagavan used to say, the whole universe is my mansion. and all these countries are like rooms. I felt it this time. But India also has a huge, humongous role to play. The kind of divisive policies, the kind of lack of empathy and compassion, the kind of disharmony and disunity that is there still in the world at large, it requires a lot of hard work by very kind hearted people, very committed people to repair the damage that's already there and to heal this world and make everybody happier. It takes a lot of effort. It will take a lot of effort. So when I come back here, I come back to you to tell you that I have great hopes from each one of you. I come back to tell you that you ought to shoulder this responsibility with greater zeal and enthusiasm. I come back to remind you that you have a greater purpose in life to work for the welfare of all. And that is something that you must deliver. There is no escape, there is no excuse, because to whom much is given, much is demanded. And to Sathya Sai Grama, to the people here, much is given. So will be demanded by humanity, who would ask, you lived with God, you were blessed by the divine, you were the chosen ones to share the same air, water, earth, and sky. What will you do for us? How will you help us? The world is going to definitely ask you all. And you must that time get up and say, yes, we are here for all of you. We are here to do whatever best we can to take care of each and every one of you around the world. And that is the message that I have given, that I am preparing the people of the future in my schools and colleges, in my universities and centers, who will be the future hope for the entire world. And I'm going to send them in all directions, like scattering the seeds. And they all will come to these countries, stay with you, work with you, help you, heal you. And that is the future of this mission. So thousands and thousands of them are being trained. They all will come and look after each one of you. And they felt so hopeful. They kept looking up to us, saying that you people are the only hope, because nobody else seems to be so selfless. Nobody seems to be so committed to this idea of helping the whole world. Yes, to their people, their countries, their communities, but going out and doing things for everyone is not being done by anyone else. So this is the idea, this is where you should be. I met large global organizations who work around the world, and they were complaining that they do not have funding because of the recent policy changes in the United States. A lot of the funding has been cut for a lot of NGOs. They were scared, they were unsure, they were so anxious, saying millions are going to die in the coming months and years because of lack of medicine or even lack of food, because these programs are being closed down, which used to take care of refugees and children and sick people in poorer countries. And they were so scared and afraid that they were asking, can you help? Can you help? And my heart went out to say, yes, I want to help. I want to help. But if I want to help, then all of us must come together. And this is why I went from rich to poor countries and poor to rich countries, telling them the stories of each other, saying we all need to work for each other. We need to be more concerned and kind towards those who have less than what we have. Be a little more generous, be less greedy, be more selfless. This is the message I kept on telling the richest and the mighty and the most influential people. And I hope this message will stay with them and inspire them to do something for more people. But yes, this Sathya Sai Grama is the model for the whole world. And the whole world is going to come and learn from here. I've invited presidents and prime ministers, bureaucrats and diplomats. I've invited social leaders to cultural leaders. I've invited NGOs to common philanthropists and workers, everybody to come to Sathya Sai Grama during those 100 days. And they are all inspired. They all said, we want to come. We want to see if such a place really exists and all these brochures and the videos are real. We want to come and see. We want to experience. So many of them are going to come here during the second half of the year. And you all have to look after them very well. First, look after yourselves so that you people are happy, and look after all these guests who are coming from around the world. The mission has gone one level up with this one tour of the world. And with this 100th birthday celebrations, it will go to the next level. The whole globe will come here. People will come to learn and get inspired. And simple example is Fiji. When 10 years ago we went there, we just thought, how can we help Fiji? We realized children with heart diseases were dying. We started with small missions, a medical center, then built a hospital, and teens from around the world came there. And look at what it is today. The whole nation stood up to celebrate us, recognize our service, and honor us. It was so humbling to see that kind of response. And I remember this particular incident after the formal meeting got over, where the honor was done. Then there is an informal meeting. So all the food was organized for everybody. And the president, who is quite elderly, he was sitting naturally out of courtesy. It went on for 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Then I got a little worried. President is just sitting and he's waiting for us to finish our socializing, and maybe that is why he's waiting. I felt bad for him and I told Sumit, please quietly tell the president that he can leave, because he need not sit till everybody finishes. It was embarrassing for me. And then Sumit took the courage to tell the president that, it's all right if you have anything else, any other program, you may proceed while we will just finish with our thing. You know what the president told this Sumit? He said, no, I am enjoying myself looking at all these people, so much of positivity here. I'm enjoying myself. That's why I'm sitting. He didn't get up because he saw such good people under one roof. But meeting such good people, he was enjoying himself. He just sat there for quite some time. So this is the kind of positivity that this mission has generated. And that is why I say that, the whom much is given, much is demanded. Each one of you will have to reflect these values in your daily life and living. So each one of you has to become better. You have to become me. No, you have to even become better than me. Because you have been given much more than what anybody could get on this earth. And so you have a huge responsibility. I must remind you about that. While it is a happy occasion to come back, celebrate, and be together, but more importantly, be reminded that you are not just a small village in Karnataka doing some schools and university and colleges. No, you are an organization of global importance today. It may be very difficult for you to extrapolate and imagine the magnitude and size and the spread of the organization, but in some time, as I said, just in the second of this year, when you see so many people landing here from so many countries, hopefully you will understand the size of it, and also you'll understand that though I belong here, I also belong to the whole world. And the future is going to be very different from what it is now, because everyone would like to have my time and presence in their own countries, because they all feel that they need that. And I'll have to oblige because they're also members of our family. So do be prepared for a future like that. Months of me missing from this place. But be also prepared to become like me so you don't miss me. You don't feel the absence because you're always full of that spiritual, that self-sufficient joy, which does not need anything else to become joyful. That kind of spirituality alone can help you. So that is the kind of craving and pining and yearning these people have, because they feel so much of positivity and joy. Understand, for the younger ones, the kids who have just come, for them some physical presence and proximity and some interactions are necessary. But the grown-ups, especially the university students and the devotees, you have to rise to the occasion and become that divinity unto yourself, become the light unto yourself, so that you always spread that joy which I am supposed to give it to them. You pass on this to those many people, and there won't be any reason to complain then. So that's all your responsibility for the future. This year is going to be a watershed moment for this mission and for the whole world. Let us be happy that we are this first-hand witnesses to something as glorious as this. We are getting the ringside view of the entire thing, and not just view, we are participating in it. This is not given to anybody before, may not be given to anybody later also. Somehow you all are so lucky to be here at this time, in this place, doing these things. Your fortune is immeasurable. I cannot define it in words. So be reminded of this great blessing, with lot of blessings to everybody, especially the new joiners. Enjoy your time here, but work hard and make sure that you make the best use of this opportunity that has come your way because of the hard work of so many people. Be always aware of it and mindful of it. Be happy, and lot of blessings to everyone.